So we're back with Jen. She's going to be telling us a great workout or mobility. She was telling us the difference about that. And then she also mentioned breathing, especially now it's holiday time, dealing with stress. If you can just share, what you do
Absolutely.
to help with calmness, bringing in relaxation.
For sure. Absolutely. So I don't know if this has ever happened to you, but for me, there are times where I find I'm shallow breathing. So I'm breathing here and not breathing here. Exactly. And when we don't get that oxygen to our organs, that's a problem.
Right.
So I have to stop. And one of the techniques that I've recently adopted is the 4-7-8 breathing, which is where, and if you want to do this with us, if you're driving, you can still do this, is where you take a nice inhale for 4 counts. So do it with me. It's inhale, hold for 7, exhale for 8. And you want a longer exhale than inhale.
Okay.
And I would say do that a minute or 2 until you start to feel your actual nervous system calming down. Because breath work is huge. You know that.
Oh, yeah.
And yoga.
Yes.
And breath work just makes everything settle. So whether you're going from what we call, the sympathetic nervous system to the parasympathetic nervous system. So when we get anxious and we have our tabs open and all the to-do list and we're here and we're there and we're not breathing, we're breathing up here and we're forgetting to hydrate and forgetting to eat and you feel frazzled, our body's not functioning the way that it's meant to be. So we want to shift into something. And for me, I found that breathing. I've also learned about the 5-5-5-5 rule.
Tell me.
So we're in traffic, we're driving. Something happens. Someone runs through, heaven forbid, we don't have an accident, but someone doesn't use their signal or whatever. Fill in the blank with your example. Think about, is this going to matter in 5 seconds? 5 minutes? 5 hours? 5 days? 5 weeks? Even 5 months? And learning to just take it in, don't love what happened, let it go. It's not worth carrying. And so that's another thing, just sort of in the mindset of really trying to focus on calm and resetting and just exhaling. So yeah, I want to mention that. So,
that was beautiful.
Do you want to go ahead and move a little bit though? Because she's a mover. She's a mover. So these
and a shaker.
Yes, 100%. These are just sort of some mobility exercises. So I don't know if we want.
And if you want to differentiate mobility versus
Okay,
exercise.
So mobility versus strength training. So, actually there's a lot of facets to exercise. You have your cardiovascular, you have the resistance and strength training, and even yoga is strength, but there's also mobility. So what mobility is really focused on is being able to have lifelong longevity in our muscles. And as we mature, since we're a year apart in age and we celebrate that in ourselves, we want to make sure we're staying active. That doesn't mean you're flipping tires, right? It means that you can do some of these mobility exercises. And then if you want me to show some resistance, I can do that as well. So
let's do it.
As far as sort of that mobility, one thing that I do, and I don't want to bump you.
I'll move out of the way.
Well, no, I don't want to lose you, but we can't lose her. Is just sort of something that I call a thoracic rotation. So thoracic is, your mid part of your torso. You have your lumbar, your thoracic, and your cervical. So we're just reaching across. This is not meant.
So your arm is going across the body.
Correct. So if you're driving, just listen. But basically, breathe while you're doing it. What we're trying to do is create some extension through your shoulders, through your deltoids, through your lats, serratus, everything through here, your thoracic, which is your mid part, and then opening up the hips. Hips are huge as we age, and we can stop on that. But think about, where do a lot of people, we are seated. We're in a car. So your psoas muscles get stuck like that. So another benefit of that rotation is just opening up hip rotations, just like this. You could hold on to a chair. So visually what we're doing is we're just literally taking our knee, rounding it out to the side, knee rounding it out to the side. Opening it up through that hip girdle makes a huge difference. Just in terms of being able to walk, being able to swim, bike, anything like that. Another good one that is sort of a compound mobility movement, meaning we're using upper and lower together, is what I call sort of like a hug squat. So you would take your right arm over your left, and then your left over your right, and then just gently squat down. So we're getting, again, opening through the opposing muscles, the pec muscles, the chest muscles, while you're squatting as well. Nice. So it's an opening of this, where we open in this in the back. A lot of us are here.
Right, we're hunched.
We have these trapezius muscles that stick, and we need them. They're bully muscles. Trapezius muscles try to take over. So we need to tell them to sit the party out and bring in our pectoral muscles, our lats, our serratus, our back, our core, our legs. And again, we had that rotation in the first one where our hips were opening with this sort of hug squat situation. We're firing up our posterior chain, our glutes and our hamstrings, as well as quads. So those are just two sort of kind of quick things that can be done on the daily, to be honest with you. In terms of...
Like 10? How many would you do?
I would say I would do maybe 30 seconds of each. Maybe do 30 seconds of the thoracic rotation. Another nice one, if you're able to bend forward. So I want to be respectful of anyone that might feel dizzy in this.
Yeah.
But arms will come out to the side, and we'll just do what's called a windmill.
Okay.
So just rotating, again, movement.
So an arm to opposite foot.
That's right. So right hand to left foot.
Gotcha.
What we don't want to do, and I think I'm going to turn this way just so they see, is we don't want to round and hunch. See, I'm hanging through my back.
Yeah.
I have no abdominal engagement there. So breath work, which you practice in yoga, is huge in that. So making sure we have an engaged core as we bring that left hand to the right foot, open up.
I'm a little tight today, so
I know.
need to work on this.
But that's okay. You can do this. 30 seconds. And
then
so maybe do those 3 exercises or mobility movements. But as far as, let's say someone is short on time and they just want to get maybe a lower body and upper body and maybe some abdominals or something. Yes. So I'll go ahead and demo here.
Yeah, and I'll come off to the side.
Okay. So a squat, I just do want to make mention on a squat. When you go to squat, please make sure that the knees are not going forward. If you cover up your shoelaces, that is a quad dominant movement and the knees are going forward. So you want to think about a little bit of a hip hinge, and then just sitting down. You could hold on to a solid surface if that is a better movement for you. But again, you're getting all of the lower body. You can make it a sumo. Take it a little bit wider, engage those adductors right in through there. So that's a good lower body. It's sort of a big bang for your buck.
Yes.
All right. So push-ups. And before you say no, before you say I can't do it, I believe in you. One thing I did want to show is, and Dr. Gold, if you could hold this so it doesn't move,
hold the chair.
Is to get on a surface that does not move. So there is nothing wrong with starting on a countertop, a dresser, a bathroom counter with push-ups just right there. So don't feel that if you can't be on the floor that is a less than movement. Elevate yourself and then work to the floor. So we'll go ahead and pull that off. And then you could come down here, right in here. When you do a push-up, for those that are not able to see, please listen to my words. We don't want to hip hinge. We want to open up those psoas muscles, open up our rib cage, and then come down.
Can you share where the psoas for some
Yes, sorry, hip flexors. These guys were right here. The ones that are tight throughout the day, we want to make sure those are open. The other thing that I see when we are on our knees, we don't want our feet up. And there's a specific reason for that. When our feet are up, our quads, the front of our legs, again, another bully muscle group, tries to take over. What we need to fire during the push-ups is the core.
Gotcha.
So whether you're on your knees, please put your feet down. If not, if you're on your toes, come up like that. That is probably one of the best exercises to recruit a lot of upper body.
Gotcha.
Abdominals, you could even do standing abdominals where you have your hands in the air, and all I'm doing is bringing my elbows to my knees. So for those that are not feeling comfortable with being on the floor doing an abdominal contraction. Please don't pull on your neck. But you could stand from the side and exhale, breath work that you so love. And there's no movement in my back. So I'm keeping everything solid here.
Okay.
So those are just some quick little things that if it works for you, go for it. I'd love to see that for you.
Yeah, thank you.
Welcome, girl. Woo-hoo! You got to move our bodies.
So let's take in some love right now.
Okay.
And I just love moving. If you're driving, remember you can always do some shoulder rolls. Again, maybe when you're stopped.
Red
if
light.
you're at the red light. And I do the eye exercises, just looking up and down, look to your right and to your left, creating a beautiful plus or cross.
Or cross, yes,
whatever
thank you, I like that.
But just something to enlighten you. You can now spell your first name just with your eyes.
Yeah.
So just move those eyes, spelling your first name, the letters of your first name. I'm making a T for Tanya.
Tanya.
Yay. And now J for Jen.
J for Jen.
Whatever your name is, just spell it with your eyes. Feels good. And the nice part is anytime you move something on your body, like you said earlier, something is always better
Yes.
than nothing.
Oh, 100%. And then we know when you exercise, what happens? We release endorphins and we feel better and our muscles actually feel better. We were meant to move.
Yeah.
We were meant to stay in motion. Find what your motion is.
Exactly.
That's the thing, is don't try to compare. Because I don't know if I could come into your class and I'm not as familiar with yoga. I'm not as practiced as you, but I know it would be good for me.
Oh, yeah.
Especially as
And
a
you're always welcome.
I know, especially as a counterpart to spinning.
Absolutely.
Right, because that opening up of everything would be great.
Yeah,
so find something that just works for you.
Exactly. And you're always welcome to just come a little, like early if you're actually teaching for ball.
Okay,
You
which
can
I
just
am this Sunday.
Yeah, and you can always just leave a little early, and that's
Okay.
totally fine.
Okay.
The other thing I was going to ask, and this is just like kind of the fire round, but just a quick, like for food-wise, some snacks, maybe healthy food or meals or snacks that you recommend people can have, and how early should they have it before a workout or what they should eat after? Any suggestions? Especially as we're getting older too, you know.
Right.
Our bodies are getting more sophisticated and mature.
Yes. I always defer to the doctor. So if there's any special diagnoses or anything that you have, this is just a very general kind of recommendation. I personally do intermittent fasting.
Okay.
So some of my workouts in the morning are fasted. What I would say is though post-workout, definitely get protein in. All right. So what that could look like, and you probably hear this, I get asked, can I do a banana and peanut butter? And I was like, but we're missing the protein.
Yeah.
There's an element of protein in the peanut butter, but it's really a healthy fat, which is great. I like unflavored Greek yogurt. If you can do dairy, for some people dairy is inflammatory, so find a coconut alternative, an almond alternative. We don't do a lot of dairy in my home for that specific reason, but that is always a good one to have. If you can make a little berry bowl on top of some Greek yogurt, sprinkle a little bit of nuts on it, and you will have your complex carbohydrate, you'll have your protein, and you'll have your healthy fat, and you'll feel full. Please don't be afraid of protein. Don't, because our bodies need nourishment. I don't want to get too far into it, but withholding food for too long actually is detrimental. It slows your metabolism, and we want to rev up our metabolism. How can you do that? Also build your muscles. Your metabolism is dictated with muscle and food.
Yeah.
So learning to make sure you have something, people ask me about protein powders. I'm not opposed to them, but you definitely want something that's third-party tested because there's so many heavy metals and a lot of that. So I would always defer to something more natural. I've had clients that are like, can I have some chicken and sweet potato and green beans? I'm like, by all means, if that's what you like to have at 10 in the morning, go for it. So it's finding something that works for you. That's kind of the theme of this, is really getting into your lane. Don't try to be someone you're not. Ask for professional help, and then make it work. Just tie it all together.
I love that. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So how do people get a hold of you?
Sure.
How can they reach you?
I'll be hanging over at Dr. Gold. No, I'm just kidding. I do teach at a couple of gyms here locally. I lead boot camps in the community and online, so I am involved as a boot camp coach. I work at the YMCA in Northdale and at EOS on Ehrlich Road. But if they want to get a hold of me directly, I have Instagram, which is Jen and then _George 96, because that's when I got married. So that's my handle, I guess they call it. My kids would tell me, my 25 and 20-year-old would say, Mom, that's called your handle. So Jen _George 96, that's my Instagram. And then on Facebook, I'm just old school, so I still have Facebook. It's Jennifer Morse, like the code, Morse George.
Okay.
So Jennifer Morse George, or on Instagram, you can find us at the YMCA. And if you're interested in the boot camp aspect of things, feel free to reach out to me through those social media platforms. Or if they want to connect with you, and you're welcome to pass anything on to me. I trust your community.
Yeah, and we are going to be putting this under the description. I just wanted her to mention if you're more of an Audible learner. I am too.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm actually a kinesio learner.
Yes.
But
yes.
This is good for me visual as well.
Visual,
so
yeah.
We'll put that in for those folks who want to see the description and get a hold of Jen. But I just want to thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome.
From the bottom of my heart.
It was wonderful.
So happy to have you.
Yes.
So I did want to say this because I was going through a rough period when I came to Shapes, the first gym I saw her at, and I was just kind of really down and gaining lots of weight. People were congratulating me, when are you due? And I was not due. I was just gaining a lot of weight.
That could have been it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So anyway, she just like, you can do this. Where are you? I'll meet you where you're at. And she always worked with everybody and always had a big smile on her face and had us singing and just like
I do sing, and if you hit the Y, you might hear some praise and worship music going on in there. Maybe, in addition to other things, but I'm just saying, find what fuels your heart.
Exactly.
And if that's music and dancing,
Yes.
why not?
Yeah.
Music and spinning, why not?
I love it. And I'm just singing now. The latest studies are showing if you're ever down, just sing an uplifting song. Sing a song that resonates with you, that uplifts you, that, makes you happy, inspired. And it's amazing. I started doing that. I'm feeling better.
And it stimulates your vagus nerve.
Exactly.
So humming and, gargling and singing, why not? Just bring light.
Yes.
There's enough darkness out there. Let's try to bring the light. And not every day is happy-go-lucky, right? So there are days where we have to be intentional with what we're doing.
Exactly.
And that's where having an accountability partner, a great community, makes a huge difference. Because you got to lean on, I always say this, lean in to what you lean on.
Yes.
Your faith, your family, your community, whatever that is, lean into what you lean on. Absolutely, your community of friends.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I love it.
So, yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Well,
Again, it's a pleasure.
I didn't know that. Thank you for sharing. That was very sweet of you to say. So I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Well, we want to thank you for tuning in to the Fun Health Podcast. We hope you check out more episodes and Jen's episode. Please share, like, and subscribe. And if you have any questions, leave some questions in the comments so she can answer. And I'm also available for anything that you need. And just want to hear from you. Let us know how you heard about us and why you tuned in, what your concerns, so we can continue to grow and serve you. Have a beautiful day and live your best life.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Doodles.